All right, here's day one, week one. Here's a 20-minute chest. All these workouts are geared to 20 minutes or less. Probably not less, or maybe a little more, but 20 minutes. And today's chest day, we're just gonna do some simple incline to start. I'm gonna do 4 sets. My first set is just gonna be a weight I can control and do 8 to get the feel. And then I'm gonna do 5 to 8 reps. And I got my old phone and I'm gonna take 30 seconds in between, which will probably be more like 45 in between each set. So here we go. I'm gonna put on my gloves. I got my Make Fit to drink, and here we go. I like these gloves, Amazon. They work great. The benefit of having a gym at home is you can wear whatever you want to wear. Today I was doing a little work, so I got my work clothes on with my slippers. So here we go. So just follow along, grab a set of weights that you can control, and let's do 8 as a warm-up. Okay, so I just started with 55, could have done 50, but I gotta start with 55. Remember, pick a weight that's for you, and hopefully over the 12 weeks, you'll see an increase or you'll feel stronger with the weights you are lifting. All right, 10 seconds. I'm gonna go to up 10 pounds. Whew, tired already. Here we go. Start the timer. So if you notice, when I'm lifting it, I like to go slow and controlled. And when I first push it up, I never count that as 1. I consider 1 as come down and up, and that's 1 complete rep. So I'm gonna go up. I don't know if I'm gonna get 8. Here we go. That was 8. So if you're gonna lift weights, my mindset is you should be challenging yourself. As you can see, I'm challenging myself. A lot of breath. So now this next set, because I really felt that last one, I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna go down 5 pounds. And try for 8. If I get 5, that's awesome. Remember, the goal is 5 to 8. You don't have to do 8. All right, here we go, because we're going pretty fast. Able to get 8. Whew. So I'm gonna take a drink. Take a longer break. So now I'm gonna turn the bench and we'll do some flat bench press. Slight angle so you can see. All right, here we go. So I considered that today we'll do 4 sets again. We'll start light, just to get the movement in motion and get used to bringing the weights back. And then we'll do 3 sets. And I think since I'm so exhausted from the incline press, I'm gonna start with 50s. But remember, start wherever you're at. You know, if it's 20s, 10s, 15s, you know, start there. And over time, over the 12 weeks, if you stick with it, you will definitely see an increase. Here we go. Remember, the whole intent of this 12 weeks I'm doing is to keep my strength and lose weight or lean out, lose some of this. That's the whole point of this 10 weeks. That's why it's short and it's fast. And hopefully over the 10 weeks I'm not so heavily breathing. Because normally when I work out I take much longer breaks. All right, here we go. Set 2, I'm gonna go up in weight. Remember, the goal is 5 to 8. 5 is awesome, 8 is great. So let's just trust your body and let your body dictate how much you lift and how many you do. All right, here we go. gonna go 5 pounds. I'm really feeling it. Let's do our 30 seconds. Take a drink of water. Oh, you have some fit. All right, 5 seconds. I'll grab next to the weights. Here we go. I couldn't get 8. There's no way. Alright. There's one more. I'm gonna go out and just try to get 5. There's no way I'm gonna get 8. But I'm gonna go for 5 pounds. See if I can just do 5. Let's do it. 5 reps. You can get 8, or if your weight's a little, if you don't have heavy weights, just do 8. And if you watch me, I try to go slow and controlled. None of my movements are too fast. They're all slow and controlled. So that's the goal. And let your body, again, tell you what it can do. I'm taking a little long break because I know this next set, 5 is going to be a challenge, and we want it to be challenging. All right, here we go. All right, so we did inclines, 4 sets, 1 warm-up. We did flat bench, 4 sets, 1 warm-up. Now, we're just gonna do 3 sets of incline flies. Okay, basically it's your arms go wide and you're hugging a tree, right? So try not to do this. Let's keep your arms out. And that's a long lever, so you can't use super heavy weight. If you find yourself lifting too heavy, most people, kind of just do this. You really want this motion, right? Pull it off, pull it in. So we're gonna reset the bench, and here we go, 3 sets. And again, the weight doesn't have to be too heavy. gonna go up 5 pounds, starting 30-second timer. And if the weight gets too heavy, you're gonna notice my arms don't extend as far. So we're gonna go up by 5 pounds and see what happens. If it goes well, I may go up another 5 pounds. Remember, the intent is to challenge yourself, right? You know, it's okay to push hard. Because if you don't feel like I am, then good chance you should try to push a little harder. There you go. So I'm gonna stick with those weights. I'm not going up. I feel if I go up, all I have is increments of 5. I'm feeling it'll cause my arms to bend in too much. So I'm gonna stay with that. And you know, if you don't really have heavy weights, just think slower. Okay? The slower you go, of course, the harder it's gonna be. Right? So just think slower. All right, we got one more. Here we go. Clear, I'm getting tired here. Set the timer before I bench away. The last thing you're gonna love. The last thing we're gonna do, I never do these, or I can't say never, I've done them, but they're not the thing I do normally. Since the workouts are so short, I figure we end with some push-ups. The intent is 3 sets of 12, but do the best you can, try to keep your back flat, right? If you have to be on your knees, be on your knees, and we'll go for 3 sets, take 30 seconds or so in between, and goal is 12, 3 sets of 12. And then we are done. Let's see how this looks. Hoping you can see me. If I get on the floor, oh, now you get out of the way. All right, so here we go. 3 sets of 12. I'm exhausted. I don't think I'm gonna get 3 sets of 12. Let me do the timer. I'm beat. But gonna do as many as I can. The goal is 12. I could drop to my knees and finish 12, and I may do that. I may be something. I think I will do that. So I'll do as many as I can, and let's just get 12, right? Let's shoot for 12 and get 12. And with the pace we're going, it's pretty tough. But like I said, try to keep it 20 minutes or less. All right, here's 2. Number 2. Here we go. If I did 9, I tried to do 12 of them, but I couldn't do it. I'll at least start the timer here. Take our 30-second break, and then we're done. So for me, you know, people say stretch before you work out. You know, historically, I never stretch. I just start with a light set. Consider that my stretch, but you know, stretching is always great. You know, everyone tells me. So if you feel you need to stretch before you start, please stretch. But know that when I come in, I just start lifting. And my first exercise for each movement, I always consider that my warm-up stretch. All right, we'll go for 12. Who knows? My guess is I won't make it, but I shall try. Settling on these was easier without me. All right, so clearly, hopefully I improve over these 12 weeks in that. But we're going so fast today. I'm not used to that. Usually I take a long time between sets, probably 1 to 2 minutes. But I'm trying to, as you see, make it more of a cardio workout. Because my intent is to cut or to lose some of this over the next 12 weeks. And see if it works, but you'll be able to tell because I'll videotape every step, and you go back and watch my food, what I eat each day, and who knows if it's right or wrong, but I'm trying to figure out something that works for me. All right, until I see you tomorrow, here we go. Enjoy your rest. Talk to you later.
TM12, yes you can.